Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel. Today, we're serving up lots of expert advice.
Today, an in-depth look at the health of our forest, why cutting back may be the path to moving forward.
Wow. And tips on how to better live through biochemistry. I'm really looking forward to hearing about this.
And I'm looking forward to Chef Ralph, who is in the kitchen talking basketball.
Oh, basketball?
He's actually cooking as well.
There's no bones about it. Wait, there's actually lots of healthy and delicious marrow bones on the menu for March Madness.
That sounds good. Let's dig in.
Let's do it. When it comes to maximizing our health and well-being, it's important to keep in mind all of the factors that may hinder it, including environmental toxins.
And luckily, there are some natural products available that can help us detox our bodies.
With us today from the Root Brands, our founder Clayton Thomas and co-founder, chairman of the board and chief science and development officer, Dr. Christina Rum. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for being
Good
here. guys.
morning.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thanks for being here. So let me ask you this. When it comes to, improving our health and well-being, right? A lot of people tend to go to pharmaceutical, right? That way. I think they need to come more to the natural way.
You've got to go outside before you go to the shelf. I mean, throughout history,
I like that.
we've already had a focus of living off the environment, right? Whether it's fruits, vegetables, and what's provided in nature. You should definitely focus on what comes naturally before going synthetic, and we're at that phase now.
So what's your goal in creating these all-natural products?
Well, I'm a cancer survivor. I've also had Lyme disease, and I have 4 children. And so my goal has been since my 20s to create a line that would help people detox and clean their skin and their inside of their body, right? And also to supplement so that they can live longer, live healthier, and be happier. And that's for any age group. It was very important, and Clayton and I joined in our mission despite our different backgrounds, and we really wanted to do this worldwide, so it was a major focus. I wanted to be able to give people solutions to the problems that we have in this world.
And how have your backgrounds kind of together created the Root Brands?
I'm going to give you the secret to business success.
Which is?
Listen to your wife.
That's absolutely true. So I'm going to assume this is your wife.
It is my wife.
Okay.
Having diverse backgrounds, her biotech history, mine growing up in a veterinary practice, and understanding the importance of nutrition and wellness for humans and animals, and blending both of those. So you've got a level of understanding of the power of nature with the blend of biotech is something that's not happened before. And when we look at what we need in society, it's the perfect timing, that she's really created the solutions for what people are looking for now, but also what we need. And it's time for women to lead, therefore, she's here.
Like that.
Can you add something to that as well? Because it's really a great, combo.
Yeah, we kind of combined his natural background and my background, which was really working in biotech and pharma, for solutions for people, because that's our goal, right? To help each other be the best we can be. And that's the goal of the whole product line and future product lines, so that we can help people, animals, the environment, and countries all over the world.
Well, you brought some products with you today, so let's talk a little bit about them.
We don't like to be too complex, and what she's done is really simplified, how to get your day going, from beginning to end. And your day starts with cleaning out the mess, right? So Clean Slate is that foundation of the Trinity, with Clean Slate, Zero, and Restore. So this is going to very simply, few drops in the morning, few drops at night, work to grab onto all the pollutants and toxins and chemicals that destroy us from head to toe, help you flush it out. Then you got to take care of your gut. And you want things to taste good. Mm-hmm. So Restore is going to taste kind of like orange creamsicles. It's going to give you your taste of your childhood, but that's going to help take care of your gut, kill off a bunch of the bad stuff, help your gut become the functional environment that it's supposed to. And then the last one, the little secret weapon to achieving greatness, happens to be Zero In, these little golden capsules of greatness. What this little guy does is it feeds your gut the ability to produce more dopamine and serotonin, those neurotransmitters that make us feel good and function even better. And you can take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and the world is a much better place when you do it, because if you feel good and you're not stressed, you're not overwhelmed, you can relax when you want to, you can multitask like crazy, you become a lot better person.
Doctor?
Yeah, and it was really important too that everyone from a child to a professional athlete could use these. So we are approved for professional athletes in the United States and in Europe, throughout the world, because this does help support the body to increase performance. So whether you're a mother that's vacuuming at home or cleaning, or you're a professional athlete, these products are helping clean and then supplement. And I will add one more thing. We have Giving Back My Youth and some other products because my patents are known for regeneration. A lot of my career has been focused on autoimmune disorders, but also at really helping people live longer and live healthier and look better while they're alive. And so that really is the focus of the entire product line.
I know you have a pretty big social sharing platform, and I also know mental health is important to you. So can we talk about those two things?
Yeah, my first doctorate degree was psychology. I have a master's in psychology as well. And so I've really focused a lot on mental health. I think being healthy, if you don't feel happy, then it's not a good existence.
Agreed.
So our products really focus a lot on that. We also have a social sharing platform where we focus a great deal on that. It's called therootbrands.com. And we also have social media platforms where we talk a lot about mental health, physical, emotional, mental, everything. We combine it, spiritual health. And drchristinarahm.com is, and all the social media around that, people can follow us there. And then we have DRC Ventures, which are all of our other product lines, including clothing lines that we are launching as well to really help people. We're in 76 countries, but of course our focus, we love the United States, we live here, and we really want to help as many people as possible.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show today.
That's right.
For sure.
And for our viewers who want more information, and I got my eye on that, Give Me Back My Youth, where do we go again? Give me that website.
You can go to therootbrands.com, or we also have a special offer right now with the Balancing Act, which is therootbrands.com/balancing act.
I'm in.
Okay, for sure. And of course, if you want more information, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. In this high-tech world moving at light speed, we can sometimes miss the forest for the trees, literally.
But we know our forest and the trees within it are an integral part of the environment. Making sure they and we continue to breathe and remain healthy can require finding the right balance.
So to talk in depth about this, we have two stewards of the land, Travis Joseph, president of the American Forest Resource Council, and Paul Pierson, professional forester with Neiman Enterprises, to learn why cutting back is vital to moving forward.
That's right. And that makes sense. Welcome so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate having you. All right, so I think this is such an important topic, and it sometimes just gets, unfortunately, just put under the radar, and especially for people like us that we live in big cities and we're not aware of the situation. So let's just talk about first why forest management is so imperative.
Forest management is important because our forests are so important. They provide all these extraordinary benefits to society: clean air, clean water, recreational opportunities, wildlife habitat. So if we're going to pass those benefits on to future generations and we're going to enjoy those benefits ourselves, we need to manage our forests. We need to be engaged, and we need to be stewards of those lands.
Absolutely. And Paul, you've got 20 years experience in forest management, sustainability, and commercial forestry. What's your thought?
I got into forestry because I wanted to be outside and be in the woods. That's what defined me. And really what I learned through my college education and work was that forest management is how we take care of the forest. And we can pull out a renewable resource like wood products in order to protect our forest for the future. And that's really what forest management is all about.
And since you mentioned take care of the forest, we have to, because there's many challenges, let's say, that threaten the health of our forest. So I want you both to chime in and tell me, what are the challenges?
One of the biggest challenges we face is wildfires. We have a wildfire crisis in this country. 80 million acres are at risk in the United States of America. To put that in perspective, there are 42 million acres in Florida. So the entire wildfire crisis in the United States of America is double the size of the entire state of Florida.
Wow.
That's where we're at in this country. And that means water impacts to wildlife, impacts to our clean air.
Other challenges?
Really fire is where we're at. Our forests are at risk due to lack of forest management. The last 35 years of putting forests on the shelf and reducing our management has led us to overstock conditions that are ripe for these mega fires. And we really need to be better at taking care of them.
We got to break it down so people can understand, because there's a misconception about what really forest management really is. I mean, the fact, it seems counterintuitive, but we need to trim, cull, cut to make a healthy forest.
That's right. And it's more important now than ever. As we move into climate change, our temperatures are warming, we're seeing these mega wildfires. We need to remove those trees to leave the other ones behind so they can be healthier and more resilient to these fires, so we have them for all these values for the future.
Travis?
Think about it as a garden. If you're going to have a productive garden, you have to till the soil, you have to pick the weeds, you have to water the plants and your fruit, and then you're going to have a good outcome. Well, the same thing with our forest. We have to actually be responsible stewards of our forest like we would a garden.
And we have to create awareness, which these gentlemen are doing, by the way, Montel. You created an organization. It's called We the Forest. I love the name.
I like that.
We the Forest. What are you doing to help change people's mind about forest management?
It's sharing information, it's sharing passion, it's sharing about the incredible things that our forests do, but it also shares about the incredible things that our coworkers do and all the people who work in forestry. These are incredible people. It's an incredible industry, and we really need them. And this is an organization that's helping people understand what we do.
And we have to help people understand it's not a bad thing. You guys aren't the bad guys,
That's
right?
Bad guys.
We're not. We love it out there.
If people wanted to learn more, besides going out and taking a walk in the forest, no, if they want to learn more, where would they go?
That would be a good start. But wetheforest.com, amforest.org, and healthyforest.org are great resources. You'll get videos, you'll get background on all of the things that we're working on we talked about today.
And speaking of great, we have a wonderful daughter that wants her dad to say hello to her. So could you just say hello to your daughter before we say goodbye?
Cora Pierson, she loves the forest more than anybody else. So.
All right, she needed him to say her name, so there we go.
Thank
we got
you
it all
guys
in.
so much. Thank you for being a part of the show today, for sure. And if you want more information, of course, all you got to do is go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Of course, that's Daddy's little girl.
It's tournament time, and in my house, that means friends and family are coming over to cheer for their favorite team. And if you know me, and I believe you do, you can be rest assured there'll be fun and easy apps to tease the appetite. So without trying your patience, let's get this started. Today, I'm using a delicious tri-tip roast from Swift. They've been making this cut since 1855, and in case you haven't done the math, that's about 165 years of tradition and consistency. I'm using the tri-tip, and it's so named because of its triangular cut and shape, because it's super affordable, super flavorful, great for parties, and I'm going to use a low-temp resting technique that's nearly foolproof. There's no marinating, no seasoning, no nothing. Just rub some salt and spices. Right here I've got paprika and cayenne and rosemary, and I put it all on top of it. Set my oven at 325 degrees. That's low, right? I'm going to put this meat in. This tri-tip from Swift weighs about 2.5 pounds. I'm going to put it into the oven for just about an hour. It's going to be perfectly medium rare. We're going to take it out. We're going to let it rest, and then we're going to slice it up and get ready. So I'm going to make a quesadilla. A little oil in my pan. Now I've got a beautiful flour tortilla right here. Going to swiggle it all around. The tortilla goes in. First, I need a little base coat of cheese to get everything to stick. And that tortilla is cooking as we speak. Then, the star of the show, I've got beautiful tri-tip. The Swift people really know how to do it, man. This stuff is perfect. I'm gonna put it inside my quesadilla. Then, top it with a little bit more cheese. Caramelized onions, just good old Spanish or white onions, cooked slow and low. Put that on top of my quesadilla. That's great so far. To that, I like to add a little squeeze of lime, right? Little fat, salt, and acid. Here's the acid. And then a couple of chilies. I'm gonna throw a red one and a green one in there, maybe another red one. Let that party go. Now, you see this quesadilla, top it over. Beautiful, it's getting golden brown and delicious, just the way we like it. All right, now while that's happening, I'm gonna make no bones about it, baby. I'm incorporating marrow bones into the menu. You can use the marrow from the bones like butter, right? You could take a steak, like say maybe this tri-tip, take some of these marrow bones after you take it out of the oven and you put it on it. Now, you mean take it out of the oven, how long does it take? This marrow bone is called a canoe cut, right? Because of the way that it looks, right? Looks like a nice canoe, right? Season it with salt, black pepper, put it in the oven. 425 degrees, just about 25 minutes. Man, it's so easy. The bone marrow does all the work for you. It's gonna start to slightly bubble a little bit, right? And that's when you know that it's done. Here's the simplest and easiest one with it. A little bit of garlic bread, a little bit of toast points. You can harvest some of the bone marrow out, put it on top of the bread, squeeze a little lemon, a little bit of salt. You're in business now. Let me flip my quesadilla over. Here's the great thing about bone marrow. It's packed with collagen. And collagen is a secret of long life. Why? Because collagen rejuvenates your skin and keeps your bones nice and healthy. What else can you do with the bone marrow bones? I'll tell you what. I've said it before, I'll tell you again, the secret to any good chef is the stock or the soup, right? And let me tell you what else you can do with it. You can freeze it. You can harvest that bone marrow meat, put it into an airtight container, put it in your refrigerator for about 2 weeks. You can pop it in the freezer for 3 months. And the bones, the same story. Wrap them up, put them in a Ziploc bag, drop them in the freezer. You can use them anytime. Now, you want some meal inspiration? You want some cooking tips? You want to learn more about Swift Meats? I know I do. Go to swiftmeats.com and you can check out so many different things, so many different ways to cook. Now I'm going to take a little slice into that. You hear that crispiness? Oh, you can hear it. Right over here on my left, I got a little bit of salsa verde, right? That's tomatillo, green chilies, a little bit of cilantro all mixed together. For all information about The Balancing Act, go to thebalancingact.com. This has been a quick bite, but chew slowly.
Today, we're going back to school, specifically college, figuratively speaking. Did you know that 90% of all searches for education since COVID began included the term online? And in fact, it's never been easier to get that certification or that degree that you've always dreamed about. Joining us today to talk about it is Andrea Snow, who's the Senior Vice President of Academics and Career Services for Miller-Motte College family of campuses, and Miller-Motte graduate LaChristy Moore. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Look, Andrea, I mean, I just said it in the open, but it really has not been easier to get that degree or certification, has it?
Absolutely. Since COVID, we've really seen an influx of student demand for educational experiences, all the way from the certificate of completion to the degree level. And having the opportunity to serve some of the most marginalized in society is really important to us as we think through being able to better folks and being able to be impactful in the communities in which we live and work. Our programs are very quick. They're programs that are easy to complete, and we'll talk about delivery modalities. One thing that we're really proud of is the fact that every student starts with a critical thinking course. So they have that opportunity to get into critical thinking right away in their first term and have that opportunity to really self-reflect and prepare for educational opportunities.
Love the idea of somebody finally teaching critical thinking. I'm telling you. LaChristy, talk me a little bit about your journey. Now, what led you to Miller-Motte College?
Well, I graduated from Brent's Net High School, which is a small town in Marion County, South Carolina. I then went on to Morris College to pursue criminal justice. I only stayed there for about a semester. My son, he was 1 at the time, so I decided to shift on my focus. Life got in the way. Yes, it did. I decided to shift my focus more on him. It took me 11 years before I decided to refocus on myself, and that's when I enrolled at Miller-Motte College.
Andrea, this is something you hear quite often, right?
Absolutely, and LaChristy was actually my student back in 2012, which was awesome. But having the opportunity to serve single mothers, having the opportunity to serve folks who this may be their first, or they may have had multiple educational opportunities that they weren't able to see through from start to finish at the end of the day. So having LaChristy's story is definitely one that we've seen across our industry for sure.
Oh, Andrea, where can people go if they wanted to get more information?
Millermotte.edu is a great place to start, and we're also on Facebook and Instagram at Miller-Motte College.
Wow, well, thank you guys so much for being here, honestly. And if you want more information, of course, you know what you can do. You can always go to our website, thebalancingAct.com. We'll take a little break. We'll be back right after this. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstake or giveaway.
Sweepstake! You might win something. Look, stay safe, love that family of yours. We'll see you next time.
Do that again.
Sweepstake!